This what I had to cover too. It's kind of sad, horrible, all because one person decided to be unfaithful. Husband killed cheating wife's lover in horrific machete attack. Okay, here's the thing. I understand the man's anger, rage, and attempt to do this. I don't think he should have never done it. He should have got evidence to prove, divorced her so that way she get no alimony, no nothing from him. But now he got to spend time in prison. But this is from the Mirror, and this happened 11 hours ago. So it goes on to say like this. A man was sentenced to 20 years in prison for murdering his wife's lovers, police said. And I'm hoping I'm not destroying his name because his name is, his name is Sinola Kafoa, 47. He's convicted of manslaughter and the death of 53-year-old Sion Palatua, a father of seven, in this past May, sentencing him to prison. Your Honor, is the only appropriate sentence in this case, Prosecutor Frank Lloyd said. So this man is going to prison for 20 years for murder, a machete attack, no less. That's a very brutal, violent attack. It was sending messages to not only to the defendant, but to the people of Maui, for you don't get to kill someone just because your wife was cheating. And here's the thing, I understand the temptation, but you don't kill people. No. Number one, you're going to sacrifice whatever years you have to paying it in prison. That's one. Two, your wife could be dead wrong on cheating, but guess what? You just justify her reasoning. And like I said, I'm not taking the wife's side. I'm not. She cheated on him. She's in the dead wrong. But all you're doing now is making her the ultimate victim. Now you justifying her cheating you, and that's not right. Whew. On July 20th, 2024, officers responded to the scene in Maui, Hawaii, and found Palatua, who was lying unconscious on the ground, suffering from a severe injury to his arm. So basically, he got the guy with machete pretty much hacked on his arm. A guy probably had an artery, and the rest is pretty much history. A tourniquet was applied to his arm as paramedics took him to the hospital. However, Palatua was pronounced dead on arrival. A witness told police he saw Kafa was standing over Palatua before fleeing the scene in a Honda. The car was later found abandoned before the police arrested Kafawa for second-degree murder. Kafawa attacked Palatua with a machete after learning that Palatua was having an affair with his wife. Like I said, I understand the anger, understand the rage, and you want to take care of it permanently, but that's not the way. Brother, that's not the way. That's not the way. All you did is justify your wife's wrongdoing. And now you got all sides look at you funny and pretty much against you for what you did. But here's what I noticed right here. It says Pullman said the 20-year sentence was the answer and believes Kafoa should give back to the Pelatua's family. I don't know what to think of that one, but my question is this. Like say he didn't kill this dude, don't you think that the guy who his wife cheated on should pay back something to him and his wife should get nothing? But like I said, the guy killed a person, he should pay a serious price, which is very sad. He had to pay a price. You killed somebody. That's so wrong, man. Whew. Goes on to say, I wish society could come up with better solutions because it's a waste. It's a waste of another life. One life was already lost. Now another life is going to be spent in prison. Yeah, meaning the guy who we killed and the guy is going to be in prison possibly for the rest of his life. Prosecutors initially tried Kafoa on the murder count, but jurors came to choose to convict him on manslaughter instead of disappointing Palalua's family. One day he had the means maker, the man above. He would have to answer to him or why what he did. Said Palalua's oldest daughter, I think is Mafilio? Yeah, these names gonna get me in trouble. The siblings' mother died from cancer in 2011, and now they lost both parents. One of the main things that we were missed about our dad is having that sense of security, said the daughter. We had already lost our mom, and just knowing that in this crazy world, we still had a dad at least. The Palalua's children live in California and last saw their father 2 months before his death while they were visiting their mother's grave. Okay, he's from Tonga. Okay, I figured as much. He's from Tonga. That's what. Wow. Okay. Through a Tongan interpreter, Kafoa apologized to Pelua's family. He's truly sorry to all you, especially the family. The interpreter said, "Ana malafu." Yeah, I'm mangling the language. I apologize, folks. Anyone from Tonga, I apologize for mangling the language. I apologize seriously. Circuit Judge Peter Cahill gave him the maximum prison sentence under the state law. It's a horrific death. It's a horrific death under circumstances that sadly occurred. But the bottom line is, it did happen, and we can't ignore it," said Cahill. Palu's children at Kafoa's sentence is the least he could do after killing their father. "You brought a lot of pain to us," said Falio. "You only sentenced 20 years. Me and my siblings, we are sentenced for life without our dad." Like I said, my condolences to the family who lost their father. My complaint though is why the father messing around with another man's woman? Are you serious? That's the only question. I'm not justifying murder. I'm not justifying violence. My only question is what justification this man had of messing around with another man's woman? That's my only question. If it's truly over, divorce the man, go about your business. But if you're still married and all that stuff, why? But what are your thoughts on this, folks? What do you think of this unfortunate situation? Let me know in the comments down below. Peace.